Today is a great day to be a LEGO Marvel Superheroes fan because today we have brand new images of 5 sets that are going to be dropping this year. Yes, you heard me right, I said 5. LEGO Marvel has been killing it this entire year, and now we're getting even more sets on top of that. Anyways, before we go ahead and jump into these sets, I did want to give what is, I guess, the first announcement of the brand new giveaway that should be running between July and August. The last giveaway did come to an end, and I will be announcing the winner tomorrow, but the next giveaway will also be starting tomorrow as well, and I'll have a link in the description in this video where you can enter. And this giveaway is going to work exactly like the last one, so it's going to be $100 worth of your choice of LEGO sets. All you got to do to enter is to make sure you are subscribed to the channel, then follow that link in the description, and then sign in with your YouTube account. So make sure you subscribe because it's free, and you'll also get a chance at winning some free LEGO sets. Anyways, let's get into the sets here. So I'm going to start with the SpiderMan No Way Home sets, just because I find them a little bit more interesting. So first up here, we have set number 76184, Spider-Man vs. Mysterio's Drone Attack. It's going to include 73 pieces and retail for $20, and this will be a 4+ junior set. Now, as you guys know, junior sets are not really about the builds, they're all about the minifigures, and this set definitely does continue that trend. So we get 3 really awesome minifigures here. We get an MCU Nick Fury. I'm not sure if this is a brand new print, it might be slightly different from the last versions that we got. We get an updated Mysterio. He was actually wrong in the Spider-Man Far From Home sets. They gave him a green torso when in reality he does have a gold one, but they did fix that here. Now he has a gold torso, and it does look overall a lot more accurate. He does also have a blue headpiece here instead of the clear one, and I think it looks a lot better and more accurate to how he looks in the movie. And the main reason that you're going to be buying this set is Spider-Man in his red and black suit. So this is something that we've asked for a very long time, ever since the Far From Home sets came out. LEGO never gave us that suit in minifigure form, which was a huge letdown, just because he wears that suit throughout the entire movie, yet LEGO never included it in those sets. But you know what, this year of LEGO Marvel has had one repeating theme, which is making up for previous mistakes. So yes, they did mess it up with the last wave of Far From Home sets, but they're fixing it here now, so now we have the updated red and black Spider-Man suit. I think it overall looks great. It pretty much looks like the Homecoming suit, just translated to red and black. The prints are slightly different here. He does have dual molded legs again. The Spider-Man figures in general do look really nice, and LEGO does go off on them, and this one is no different. He doesn't have arm printing though, which is a little bit disappointing to see just because the Homecoming suit did have it, but it's really not a big deal because arm printing is super rare on LEGO minifigures to begin with. The build here is super basic as it should be. You get a small drone and a police car, and I think both of them work for what they need to. But to me, this set is all about the minifigures, and I think it executes on that perfectly. This is pretty much a must buy just because of that red and black Spider-Man suit alone, so I will definitely be picking this one up. And then one thing I did want to mention here is on the box art, it actually says Spider-Man No Way Home, even though I'm fairly sure the scene that it's recreating here is from Far From Home. But you know what, there is a chance there could be a flashback sequence or something like that in Spider-Man No Way Home, so we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, it's a cool set, and I'll be picking it up. Alright, next up here we have a really cool set. This is set number 76185, Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop. This is going to retail for $40 and include 355 pieces. We get 4 minifigures in this set, that being Spider-Man, MJ, Doctor Strange, and Wong. Now this set is killing it in both departments, that being the build and the minifigures as well. Let's start off with the minifigures here because they're generally the most interesting things in LEGO Marvel sets. So we got an updated Doctor Strange here. I do think the prints here are different, and he does look really cool. I don't think he has dual molded legs or anything, but he does have leg printing, which again can be quite rare with LEGO Marvel minifigures. But the coolest part about this minifigure has definitely got to be Doctor Strange's Cloak of Levitation, because for the first time it's actually one unique mold. It's not the regular cape that we've seen before, and I think that works perfectly just because his cape has its own personality and it's almost like a character in the movie. So having it portrayed as its own piece in LEGO makes a lot more sense. So yeah, a great looking Doctor Strange minifigure. Next up here we have MJ. She looks a little bit basic, but then again she is just a civilian character, so she doesn't need all these prints and everything. Then we have Wong here, and this is a minifigure that I think looks a little bit off. So right off the bat he has this new character design. He's wearing this new yellow jacket, and he has purple pants and red boots. Now I have no idea what that's going to look like in the movie, but for a minifigure here, I do think it looks pretty good. The only thing is that the face print here does look a little bit inaccurate to Wong. I think the last version of Wong that we got with the Infinity War sets looked a lot more accurate. Also, from what I remember, he's supposed to be bald, right? But here he has a full head of hair. Now, you know what? Maybe some time travel stuff happens, and now this is a younger version of Wong. Honestly, it could be anything. It's just this minifigure looks way different from the Wong that we've seen before. Or maybe I'm completely tripping and this is a different character, and I just have it completely off. Whatever you guys think, let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, the last minifigure in this set is one of the best, and that is Spider-Man in his Iron Spider suit. So the last time we saw the Spider-Man Iron Spider suit was all the way back with the Infinity Infinity War Wave sets, and that minifigure was not bad at all. There was one small issue with that minifigure though, and that was the fact that it doesn't use dual molded legs. And dual molded legs has kind of become a staple of the Spider-Man minifigure, so the fact that that minifigure didn't have it did look a little bit off. But this one here does have the dual molded legs, and I do think they look great. He has printing on top of that, so overall, it's a great looking minifigure. Yes, this one doesn't have arm printing either, but like I said earlier, arm printing is quite rare when it comes to LEGO minifigures, so I wasn't really expecting it. Now, the one thing is, I'm not entirely sure if this is the Iron Spider suit. It may just be a new variation of his regular suit, because this one is actually red and black, not red and blue like the old Iron Spider, but it does still have that yellow spider emblem on his chest. So honestly, I'm not really sure what suit this is. It does look a lot like the Iron Spider to me, but maybe it's an updated or variant of that suit. I'm not really sure. If you guys do know, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, but either way, it's a very cool looking Spider-Man minifigure. Now let's go ahead and talk about the builds here. So you get this monster off to the side. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. The build looks quite unique, and it looks very different from the typical monsters that we see. But then the coolest part about the build here is just the Sanctum Sanctorum itself. Every time that we get builds of the Sanctum Sanctorum, they always just look really awesome just because of the amount of accessories they can add into those builds. And this set does the exact same thing. There's all these shelves and desks with all these different little trinkets and accessories, and I think that looks really cool, and it just adds so much more depth and value to the set. There's some cool builds of a couch with a controller here. You got a treasure chest with tentacles coming out of it, and I'm not really sure what's going on here, but the major part of this set is this big white opening, kind of like a window. I'm not sure if that's maybe opening a door to an alternate reality or something like that, but inside we have a candle and some gold statues. So honestly, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we do know this movie is going to be quite trippy because we know the other Spider-Mans, that being Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, will be showing up as well. So honestly, I'm not sure what this is. If you guys have any guesses, so make sure to let me know down in the comments below. But either way, it's a really cool looking set, and I think if you're going to pick up one set from this wave, it's got to be this one. That will pretty much do it for that set. Now let's move on to our final Spider-Man No Way Home set here, and that is set number 76195, Spider-Man's Drone Duel. This one is going to retail for 20 bucks and include 198 pieces, so a great price per part ratio, and it's going to include two minifigures, that being Spider-Man and the Vulture. Now right off the bat here, look at the size of this build. For 20 bucks, this looks amazing. You get two different vehicles here, and both are quite large, so I'm not really sure how they got this set to be 20 bucks. I feel like this set would easily be 30, but the piece count is there to back it up, so props to the designers for getting the price so low. Alright, quick video interruption here, guys. I didn't realize this earlier, but apparently this set is inspired off of Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I'm not sure what that really means. Does this make it a what if set? I have no idea what this set is portraying now, because this didn't really happen in Spider-Man Homecoming. Throughout the video, I do speculate on what this set is and how it's going to appear in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I guess it's not based on No Way Home, it's based on Homecoming. So kind of weird. I'm not really sure what this set is. It's not a what if set, it's just kind of based on a previous film and done in a different way, I guess. Yeah, really weird stuff. Not sure what that's about. Make sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys do know. But that is it for this quick little interruption. Let's go ahead and continue with the video. Alright, right off the bat, there is so much going on with this set. Let's start with the minifigures here. So we get this brand new variation of Spider-Man. I have no idea what this armor is. It does remind me of the Iron Man Bones armor a little bit, but this minifigure looks absolutely amazing. As I've said before, LEGO does tend to go off on these Spider-Man minifigures, and just look at the amount of detail and printing on this minifigure. Just look at the details of the prints here, the contrast between the gold and the black. It looks amazing. They could have very easily left a lot of parts of the suit here blank, but instead they added these little gray markings to add so much extra detail. Like the hip piece there and the upper parts of the legs, they look absolutely great to me. And on top of that, you get arm printing, which again is really rare, and we're getting in a $20 set. So this may be one of the best minifigures and most detailed minifigures that we've seen this year. I think it looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the movie. I have no idea what this suit is, so if you guys do know, make sure to let me know down in the comments. And the next minifigure here is actually the Vulture. I had no idea he would be returning in this movie, but I'm glad to see it. Michael Keaton absolutely killed it as the Vulture. He was one of my favorite parts of that movie, and I'm glad to see him make a return here in LEGO form as well. His minifigure isn't super detailed like the Spider-Man one here, which is not a problem at all. It still looks great, but the big part about this minifigure is the use of that brand new piece, that being the air mask with the helmet. This is something that was included with the City line, and I think it's a perfect use for this character character as well. So Vulture looks absolutely awesome. The build for his wings do look kind of big as usual, but as Vulture minifigures go at 20 bucks, this definitely works. And the other build here is Spider-Man's drone, so I'm guessing this vehicle probably won't even show up in the movie, just because we always get Lego sets with Spider-Man in a vehicle, even though he typically never uses vehicles. But who knows, maybe we will see it. Either way, it's a cool looking build. It does match the black and gold color scheme of the Spider-Man minifigure here, and overall I think it looks pretty cool. It's not a complex build or anything, but you can actually put Spider-Man inside, which is pretty cool to see. And on top of that, all these Spider-Man accessories here are done in gold, which is something very unique. We haven't seen that before for these pieces, and we actually get that rubber wire piece in gold used as a web, and that is something that we don't typically see with Spider-Man sets, so I'm glad to see that part used here. But yeah guys, at 20 bucks, this set looks absolutely amazing. Like if I looked at this easily looks like it's going to be $30, but somehow there's 198 pieces in this set, so $20 is absolutely an amazing price. Definitely going to be picking this one up at $20. I definitely don't think you can go wrong with this one. But that is pretty much going to do it for these Spider-Man No Way Home sets. I was really hoping that we'd see Tobey Maguire's or Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in one of these sets, but they haven't been officially confirmed or anything. They are still rumors, although they are looking very likely, and who knows, maybe that gold and black Spider-Man is one of them. There's just so much going on here and so much to speculate about, so whatever you guys think about these sets, guys, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. But now let's move on from the Spider-Man No Way Home sets and take a look at one of the brand new Infinity Saga sets, that being Bro Thor's New Asgard. This is set number 76200. It's going to include 265 pieces and include 3 minifigures, that being Thor, Korg, and Meek. Now, I don't think the price is confirmed, but it should be retailing for 30 bucks. Now, we did take a look at a leaked image before, but now we have official images of this set. And overall, I don't really think my opinions on this set have changed, but the one thing that did change here was Meek. Originally, I thought he was using 2 studs with a head, and I thought that was pretty lazy, but it turns out they're actually flower pieces, which I think adds a very necessary amount of detail. Korg does look pretty cool here. I do like his head mold and his headphones. I know a lot of people were complaining that he wasn't a big fig, but I think that would have been way too large. So I do like the size they went with here. He does look accurate to what he does in the movie. And on top of that, he actually has dual molded arms, which I wasn't expecting to see at all, but I'm glad they included here. Then Bro Thor does look pretty cool as well. He's shirtless and has his gut hanging out, and overall does look accurate to what he does in the movie. And like we talked about earlier, I'm actually pretty happy with this build. I originally thought this set was going to be one big house, but it turns out it's just one room. But that room is super loaded with a bunch of details and accessories, so I think it still looks pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff all over the place. You have tons of pizza, you got Stormbreaker in the corner over there, and the coolest accessory here is actually the TV, so a lot of us were wondering whether that would be Fortnite or not. And honestly, I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like Fortnite to me. It looks like their own custom Lego game. You do see the stud count at the top there, so I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's a Lego version of Fortnite, but in general, I don't think there's enough detail to identify it. Maybe it is Lego Fortnite, who knows? I'm sure the designers will answer this question at some point. But yeah guys, I know a few people were disappointed with this set, but I do still think it looks pretty cool, and I think it works very well as a display piece. Like just as a build that you'd have in the corner of your desk, I think it works pretty well. Alright guys, and then the last set here is actually from the What If series, and this is Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper. This set includes 343 pieces and 3 minifigures, that being Captain Carter, Steve Rogers, and the Red Skull. Now, I'm not entirely sure on price, but I do think this set is going to retail for 40 bucks, but I could be wrong in that, so if I am, let me know down in the comments. Now, this is another set that we got leaks of earlier, but now we have way clearer images. And my opinion on this set hasn't really changed too much. I think the minifigures are great, but I think the build is a little bit disappointing. So let's talk about the minifigures first. Here we get Captain Carter, Steve Rogers, and the Red Skull. And this is actually the first MCU Red Skull that we've ever seen, so it's great to have this minifigure. Now, his prints aren't too different from the other variations of Red Skull that we've seen before, but this is the first official MCU variant, so it does look pretty cool. And we also have Steve Rogers here, who looks pretty basic. He wouldn't be Captain America in this timeline, so his minifigure does look a little bit bland, but I think that's the point, and it does work pretty well. And I think the really cool one here is Peggy Carter as Captain Britain. Now, this suit actually looks quite different from the leaks that we've seen from the TV series. That one has a lot more red on it. I think this is like a stealth variation of her suit, kind of similar to Captain America's stealth suit. I think her minifigure does look pretty cool though, and I'm really liking her shield here. It looks very dark and realistic, and I'm liking how there's no red on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, we will be getting another Peggy Carter minifigure in the upcoming LEGO Marvel CMF series. So that one is probably going to be a lot more accurate and be the updated version of her suit that we're going to be seeing in the show. And that minifigure should be crazy. It should have dual molded legs, side leg printing, arm printing, all that good stuff. Now the show hasn't come out yet, so I do have to kind of reserve judgment, but my issue isn't really with the set itself, it's just more the choice to make this set. Now we get tons of mechs from the Lego Marvel theme, and from the What If line specifically, we've already seen another mech, that being Iron Man's Sicarian armor. So the fact that two of the What If sets are just mechs seems a little bit redundant. Like, I know both these mechs are completely different, I just would have liked to see something different. Like, the mech doesn't look bad or anything, the build looks pretty cool here, it's just that I didn't want to see a mech in general. But yeah, it's still a pretty cool set, and for the minifigures here, I'm definitely going to be picking it up. One thing I did forget to point out is the Tesseract here, which is actually using the Minecraft headpiece. Now, I know a lot of people were talking about that in my comment section below earlier. I think it would have been more accurate to use a 1x1 flat tile on top of a 1x1 tile piece. I think that would make the Tesseract a little bit smaller, which would have made it a little bit more accurate. But yeah guys, there it is. There's your first official look at these 5 brand new Lego Marvel superhero sets. As usual guys, before you head out, make sure to go down in the comments below and let me know what you guys think of each of these sets. Which ones are you guys looking forward to the most, and which ones are you guys planning on picking up? Honestly, the only set that I'm probably going to be skipping out on is the What If set, but I think I could buy it on clearance later. Overall, it's a great selection of sets, and Lego Marvel Superheroes has been absolutely killing it this year. Like, I think this year it may actually even be better than Star Wars. There have been so many sets and all of them have been absolutely amazing. They have been listening to so many different fan requests and have just been giving us exactly what we want. So yeah guys, a great selection of sets here. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about these down in the comments. Also, if you guys haven't had a chance to enter the giveaway, make sure to do so. But that will pretty much do it for me guys. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.